So I saw Hail Caesar. Hi everyone, I'm Brandon Prosek and this is the So I Saw Show, giving you my first review of a movie released in 2016. If you haven't seen this review show before, what I like to do is I'd like to talk about a few bad things, a few good things, and give it the film an overall rating. In case you're worried, I'm not going to spoil anything about Hail Caesar, so don't worry. And there's really nothing that's like, oh shit. Alright, let's not waste any time. Let's kick things off with the bads about this film. Now when I mean bads, these aren't really the worst criticisms in the world, as they more so are things that, first off, this is a Coen Brothers movie in its core. And what I mean by that is, if you really aren't a fan of Coen Brothers movies, you may not like this one either. Like, they have a very distinctive sense of humor and rhythm to their stories that it's unlike any other movies out there. And next bad thing, the overall movie is short. It's only ran in about an hour 45 or so, like less than 2 hours. And not that it needed, you know, an extra 20 minutes or so, but it felt short. I'm usually not a huge fan of how Coen Brothers end their movies. This one, I didn't have a problem with. The fashion of which they ended wasn't the issue. It just more so was that I didn't want it to end, which in itself may be a good thing. And the last bad thing is, by having the runtime be a little bit shorter for the likes of Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill, and so forth, Ralph Fiennes. Now these characters are great when they're on screen. They are hilarious, they are memorable, and dare I say, a lot of them could probably have their own movies if Coen Brothers ever wanted to spin off into other things. But a lot of these characters and actors are kind of neglected to only 1 or 2 scenes, which they steal the scenes they're in, but like I said, it left you wanting more. Let's not waste any time and jump on over to the good sides of the movie. Where do I start? Just the performances in general for everyone were hilarious. You believed that even though so many A-list actors are in this movie, you believe them as these characters in the 1950s Hollywood setting. Josh Brolin comes to mind as one of my favorites as the main guy who's the fixer. He's juggling all these things, and I really invested in his character. I know for a fact I'm going to butcher his name, but another standout performance for me was Alden Ehrenreich? I'm not gonna say it right, I'll just put a picture here. He doesn't have the biggest role in the movie, but he's so damn funny. Especially the scene we've seen in trailers and TV spots where him and Ralph Fiennes is trying to get him to sound more sophisticated and ruthless, and he just keeps coming off like, oh, it's complicated. Like, it's just a hilarious sequence, and I would like to see him in more movies. Everyone's also talking about it, that dance number we saw in the trailer with Channing Tatum, hilarious, and went way longer on than it maybe should have, but it was entertaining. I did bring this up on the bad side of things, but now I'm going to kind of flip it on its other side. And like I said, if you don't like their comedy, you're not going to like it. But for those who do like their comedy, like myself, where it's a bit goofy, it's odd, it's parts that, you know, aren't intended to be hilarious, but the silence and reactions from character to character just can't help but crack you up. Overall, I have to say that Hail Caesar is just a quirky, fun comedy with some great performances. Which brings me to my rating. It was very hard. I was kind of in between 2 ratings, but just for the fact that it left me wanting more, left some of the supporting roles to more so cameo status. Just barely had to give it my number 2 rating, which was glad I saw it in theaters. I'll buy it on DVD one day, but no rush. Alright guys, what did you think of Hail Caesar? Do you think this is one of the funniest ones they've done? Do you think it could be nominated this time next year for Oscars? Anyway, some announcements for Entertainment Buffet coming in 2016. We have tons of new content coming for you. If you weren't able to make it out to the Entertainment Buffet live show, we're going to be posting videos of all the performances in the next few weeks. But that's not all. In the next few weeks, we are jumping from the YouTube screen to the iTunes podcast realm. That's right. we are going to be having the Entertainment Buffet podcast that is going to be hosted by myself and hilarious actress Kelly Baskin, who you may have seen in some of our other videos here at Entertainment Buffet. We're releasing a new podcast every other Tuesday where we'll be just discussing a lot of things in the Entertainment Buffet world, whether it's movies, TV shows, theater, live comedy here in Chicago, anything like that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. And now you saw the So I Saw show.